One day you'll wake up and nothing will feel wrong at first. The sun will rise like it always does. Your phone will buzz with the same notifications. The world will look normal, but somewhere deep inside you'll feel a strange heaviness, and slowly it will hit you that life moved on without you. Not suddenly, not loudly, but quietly, patiently, while you were busy surviving. Not because you were unlucky, not because the world was unfair, and not because success was reserved for someone else, but because you kept making the same small mistakes again and again. Mistakes that felt harmless in the moment. Mistakes that felt comfortable. Mistakes that felt safe. You chose what was easy instead of what was necessary. You chose familiarity over growth. These 7 rules change make you rich. 1. Don't work only for money. Intro. The comfortable trap. Money pays bills. Skills buy freedom. From a young age, most of us are taught to chase money. Study hard, get a job, earn a salary, and settle down. At first, it sounds responsible. It sounds safe. It sounds like success. But there is a silent danger hidden inside this mindset. Working only for money. Because a job that only pays you but doesn't grow you is slowly stealing your future. Money feels safe, but safety can be a cage. Money gives comfort. It pays rent, buys food, and creates stability. There is nothing wrong with wanting money. The problem begins when money becomes the only reason you work. When salary is your only focus, you stop asking important questions like, what am I learning? What skills am I building? Who am I becoming? At first, everything feels fine. Your income arrives every month. You feel settled. You feel successful. But slowly, growth stops. You get comfortable. And comfort is dangerous. If you stop working, does your money stop too? Here's a hard question most people avoid. If you stop working tomorrow, does your income stop immediately? If the answer is yes, you are not wealthy. You are just exchanging time for money. And time is the most expensive currency in the world. When you trade hours for income, you place a limit on your future, because there are only 24 hours in a day. 2. Don't buy a fake luxury life, flashy cars, expensive trips, social media applause. From the outside, it looks like success. It looks like confidence, it looks like freedom. But behind the scenes, debt, stress, empty bank accounts. A fake luxury life is one of the most dangerous traps of modern times because it doesn't destroy you all at once. It drains you slowly, quietly, almost politely. It convinces you that if you look successful, you are successful. And in a world obsessed with appearances, that lie spreads fast. Every scroll shows you people living better lives. Better cars, better vacations, better clothes. And without realizing it, your standards begin to shift. You stop chasing peace and start chasing proof. Proof that you've made it. Proof that you're not falling behind. Social media doesn't show the whole story. It shows highlights, not reality. A luxury car photo doesn't show the 5-year EMI. 3. Don't try to do everything alone. No successful person wins alone. Strong teams beat strong individuals. This idea sounds simple, but it's one of the hardest lessons most people learn too late. From a young age, we are taught to be independent, to handle everything ourselves, to prove our strength by not asking for help. We grow up believing that needing others is weakness, that doing things alone means we are capable, smart, and strong. But in reality, trying to do everything alone is not strength. It's limitation. Look closely at any successful person, and you'll see a pattern. Behind every achievement, there are people. Mentors who guided them, teams who supported them, partners who complemented their weaknesses. Even the most talented individuals didn't succeed in isolation. Success is rarely a solo performance. It's a group effort built over time. Strong individuals can move fast, but strong teams can move far. When you work alone, you are limited by your own energy, knowledge, and time. There are only so many hours in a day and only so many things you can be good at. But when you work with others, effort multiplies. Skills combine. Ideas improve. Problems get solved faster. Progress accelerates. 4. Avoid too many opinions. Everyone has advice. Most people have no results. In today's world, advice is everywhere. Friends, family, social media, comments, videos, podcasts. Everyone has something to say about what you should do with your life. What career to choose, how to make money, when to start, when to stop, when to take risks, when to play safe. The problem isn't lack of information. The problem is too much input. Too many opinions create noise, and noise creates confusion. When you listen to everyone, you lose clarity. When you lose clarity, you stop moving forward. You start second-guessing yourself. One person tells you to play safe. Another tells you to take risks. One says start a business. Another says stick to a job. One says invest. Another says wait. And slowly your mind becomes crowded with voices that are not your own. You don't know what to do, not because you're incapable, but because you're overloaded. Most advice comes from people who have never achieved what you want. They speak from fear, not experience. From opinion, not results. They may care about you, but care does not equal competence. 5. Kill your ego early. Ego says, I already know this. Growth says, teach me more. Arrogance blocks learning. Humility opens doors. Ego is one of the most silent enemies of success. It doesn't attack loudly. It doesn't stop you suddenly. It slowly convinces you that you are already good enough, that you don't need advice, that you don't need to listen, and that you don't need to change. And by the time you realize what it has done, years have already passed. Ego feels powerful at first. It gives you confidence. It makes you feel capable. It tells you that you are ahead of others. But there is a thin line between confidence and arrogance, and ego loves to cross it quietly. The moment you stop listening, you stop growing. The moment you believe you already know enough, life starts teaching you lessons the hard way. Most people don't fail because they lack talent. They fail because they stop learning. They reach a level of comfort and decide that's enough. They dismiss advice because it sounds basic. They skip lessons because they think they already understand. They stop asking questions because they fear looking inexperienced. And slowly their growth plateaus. Ego makes you allergic to feedback. Instead of listening, you defend. Instead of improving, you justify. Instead of learning, you argue. Feedback feels like an attack, even when it's meant to help. And when you reject feedback, you reject growth. Humility works differently. 6. Stop blaming others. Blame feels easy, but it keeps you stuck. Look in the mirror, not excuses. Ownership creates power. Blame is one of the most comfortable habits a person can develop. It protects your ego, shields your feelings, and gives you a quick explanation for why things aren't going the way you hoped. When something goes wrong, blame offers instant relief. It tells you it's not your fault. It tells you the system is unfair. People are against you, or circumstances are bad, and for a moment that feels good. But what feels good in the short term often destroys progress in the long term. Blame keeps you frozen in place. The moment you blame someone else, you hand over control of your life. You give power to the situation, to the person, to the past. As long as the problem is outside you, the solution is also outside you, and that means waiting. Waiting for people to change. Waiting for conditions to improve. Waiting for luck. And while you wait, life keeps moving. Everyone faces setbacks. Everyone experiences unfairness. Everyone starts with disadvantages. The difference between people who grow and people who stay stuck is not luck. It's responsibility. Successful people ask a different question. Instead of why did this happen to me? They ask, what can I do about it? That shift in thinking changes everything. Blame creates a victim mindset. It can. 7. Never stay comfortable. Your comfort zone is a cage. No growth lives there. Every risk you take expands your future. Comfort feels safe. That's why so many people choose it. It feels familiar, predictable, and easy to stay in. Inside the comfort zone, you know what to expect. You know the rules. You know the outcomes. And on the surface, it feels like security. But comfort has a hidden cost. It slowly shrinks your world while making you believe everything is fine. The comfort zone is not a place of rest. It's a place of stagnation. When you stay comfortable for too long, your skills stop improving, your curiosity fades, and your confidence weakens. You don't notice it at first because nothing feels wrong, but that's exactly why it's dangerous. You don't feel the damage while it's happening. No growth lives in comfort. Growth requires tension. It requires challenge. It requires discomfort. Every meaningful improvement in your life came from moments when you felt unsure, scared, or stretched. Comfort never taught you resilience. Risk did. Video ending. Conclusion: one day will come. Whether you're ready or not, time won't stop. Opportunities won't wait. Life will keep moving forward. The question is not, will life change? The question is, will you? These 7 traps don't destroy dreams overnight. They destroy them quietly, through comfort, excuses, and delay. Avoid them. And you don't just change your habits, you change your direction. Because success isn't luck. It's choices, made daily. Choose growth over comfort. Choose learning over ego. Choose ownership over excuses. Your future is watching every decision you make today. Don't disappoint it. Call to action. Optional. If this hit you, subscribe for more lessons school never taught us. See you in the next one.